All right. All praise to the Most High Yahweh by Hashem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharala. For all of y'all that are observing Atonement, I'm going to say Happy Day of Atonement. Hope it's going over well with y'all. So welcome to the class, and the class is called A City on a Hill. What we're going to be talking about is what is the city on the hill, what does it represent, and who is it for? All right. So, again, Shalom. Enoch, say Shalom.
Shalom.
All right. So let's get into it. Go ahead and read the verse, the first scripture.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 2. And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
So the city on the hill is the Lord's. This is the Lord's city. This is New Jerusalem, right? This is going to be the city that everyone will be flowing to, right? So go ahead and let's get the next tab and read it. This is Matthew 5 and start at verse 14.
Ye are the light of the world. A city that is set on an hill cannot be hid.
Read on.
Neither do men light a candle and put it under a bushel, but on a candlestick, and it giveth light unto all that are in the house.
So this light that's sitting on top of a hill, right? The city itself is a light on a hill. But then within this city, there's houses in this city. And every house in this city has a light in it, right? And this light is to be shined inside the house so that everyone in the house can observe the light and can be, around this light, right? Okay, so read verse 16.
Let your light so shine before men, that they may see your good works and glorify your Father which is in heaven.
So let your light shine, right? So that they may see your good works. So let your light shine so they may see your good works. This is going into the law, right? The light is the law, and the good works is your doing of the law. Go to the next tab so we can explain that and show you.
This is the book of Proverbs, chapter 6, verse 23. For the commandment is a lamp, and the law is light, and reproofs of instruction are the way of life.
See that? So the commandment is a lamp and the law is a light. So when you're doing the law, those are your good works. You want people to see your good works. For example, your fringes, your beard, your celebration, your observance of Sabbath day, your observance of high holy days. Not only this, but how you interact with people, right? How you carry yourself. These are all works of the law. So people need to see this so that they can be motivated to do the law themselves also, right? And so because you want to be a light that shines. You want people to see your good works. Read, get the next tab.
This is the book of Psalms, chapter 147, verse 19. He showeth his word unto Jacob, his statutes and his judgments unto Israel.
Read on.
He hath not dealt so with any nation, and as for his judgments, they have not known them.
So the word of the Most High has only been given to Israel. So Israel is in charge of the word of the Most High, right? We in charge of his laws, his statutes and commandments. We were given the law, statutes and commandments. We were given God's word, right? Go ahead, read the next tab.
This is the book of Genesis.
So real quick, just so that we know, it's not only Israel, right? So before Israel was Abraham, and before Abraham was Noah, and so on, right? So if you look at Matthew chapter 1 and you see the genealogy, there's 14 generations that go from the Messiah to Adam, or from Adam to the Messiah. And in that genealogy was Abraham. So let's read about Abraham, okay?
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 26, verse 5. Because that Abraham obeyed my voice and kept my charge, my commandments, my statutes, and my laws.
So Abraham had the laws. It's the same laws that were given to Moses, so that Moses could give to Israel. Abraham had them same laws, right? And now let's see how Abraham, when the Messiah says, make sure that that light shines in your house. Let's see how Abraham had that light shining in his house. Go ahead and read the next tab.
This is the book of Genesis, chapter 17, verse 27. And all the men of his house, born in the house, and bought with money of the stranger, were circumcised with him.
So see, this is the law. This is even right when Moses came talking to Israel about the law of circumcision, is that every man of the house at the 8th day was to be circumcised. So this is Abraham doing this before Moses. See, this is showing you that even Abraham had the law. Read the next tab.
This is the book of Joshua, chapter 24, verse 15.
So hold on. So now we need to understand that everyone in your house, right? Because if your house, if you are the head of your house and you have a house in this city on the hill, you need to make sure that everybody in your house is following them laws. Go ahead.
And if it seem evil unto you to serve the Lord, choose you this day whom you will serve, whether the gods which your fathers served that were on the other side of the flood, or the gods of the
Amorites,
in whose land ye dwell. But as for me and my house, we will serve the Lord.
See, so you need to make sure that your house is in order and that you're serving the Lord. You as the man of Israel, you as the man of the house, as an Israelite, you need to make sure that your house is serving the Lord. Read the next tab.
This is the book of 2 Kings, chapter 20, verse 1. In those days was Hezekiah sick unto death, and the prophet Isaiah, the son of Amos, came to him, and said unto him, Thus saith the Lord, set thine house in order, for thou shalt die, and not live.
See, so you need to set your house in order. You need to make sure that everyone in your household is following them laws. If you say you believe in the Most High and you following the command, that you following Jesus or whatever, then you need to follow those commandments and do the law, right? 1 John 2:4 says, "He that saith I know him and keepeth not my commandments is a liar." So if you're saying you believe in Christ and you're saying that you believe in God, but you're not keeping those commandments, you're a liar, right? And you're wicked. Read the next verse. The next chapter, sorry.
The next tab.
Next tab, sorry.
This is the book of 2 Esdras, chapter 14, verse 13. Now therefore set thine house in order, and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble, and now renounce corruption.
Read the next verse.
Let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man. Put off now the weak nature.
See, so you need to get your house in order. You need to get rid of that weak nature and make sure that everybody in your house is corrected and understands how to walk the ways of the commandments. Deuteronomy 6 and 7 says, train up thy child so they may know which way to go, and train them up in the laws. So every child in your house must be raised up to keep the commandments. Remember, you are part of a city on a hill that has that light. And we're going to find out what's the purpose of that, right? So can I get to the next tab?
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 59, verse 21. As for me, this is my covenant with them, saith the Lord. My spirit that is upon thee, and my words which I have put in thy mouth, shall not depart out of thy mouth, nor out of the mouth of thy seed, nor out of the mouth of thy seed's seed, saith the Lord, from henceforth and forever.
So this is the covenant that the Most High is making, this new covenant that the Most High is making with the house of Israel, right? And we need to, I'm going here because I want to show you something about this new covenant. So read the next tab.
This is the book of Hebrews, chapter 8, verse 8. For finding fault with them, he saith, Behold, the days come, saith the Lord, when I will make a new covenant with the house of Israel and with the house of Judah.
Read a little faster.
The same verse?
No, next verse.
Not according to the covenant that I made with their fathers in the day when I took them by the hand to lead them out of the land of Egypt.
Read.
Because they continue not in my covenant, and I regarded them not, saith the Lord.
Read.
For this For this is the covenant that I will make with the house of Israel after those days,
So that the new covenant is with the house of Israel. Go ahead, read.
saith the Lord. I will put my laws into their mind and write them in their hearts.
So the laws are going to be in your mind and written on your hearts. This ain't going to be like the old covenant where you decided you wanted to follow or not. This one is going to be the laws are going to be embedded in your brain. You're going to automatically do them. That's what it means that I will put my law in their minds and in their hearts. You're going to automatically want to do the law. Read on.
And I will be to them a God, and they shall be to me a people. And they shall not teach every man his neighbor, and every man his brother, saying, Know the Lord. For all shall know me, from the least to the greatest.
See, so all Israelites are going to know the Most High. All Israelites. We're not going to be teaching another black or Hispanic person. Every black and Hispanic person is going to know the Most High. That's the covenant. That's what the new covenant is about. It's about automatically knowing the laws and knowing the Most High. Automatically doing the laws, right? Read the next verse. The next tab.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 61, verse 6. But ye shall be named the priests of the Lord. Men shall call you the ministers of our God. Ye shall eat the riches of the Gentiles, and in their glory shall ye boast yourselves.
So all Israelites are going to be kings and priests. We're going to minister unto the other nations. So now this is the purpose of that city being on a hill, and all nations are going to flow to it, because we are going to teach them about the Most High. We're going to teach them the laws. We're not going to be teaching each other because all Israelites are going to know, but we're going to be teaching the other nations. Read the other tab. Get the other tab.
This is the book of Exodus, chapter 19, verse 6. And ye shall be unto me a kingdom of priests, and an holy nation. These are the words which thou shalt speak unto the children of Israel.
So the kingdom of priests and for ministers, this is for Israel. Go ahead, read the next tab.
This is the book of 1 Peter, chapter 2, verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, and holy nation, a peculiar people,
He's repeating the same thing that's written in Exodus. Go ahead.
that ye should show forth the praises of him who hath called you out of the darkness into his marvelous light.
Right. So this is Isaiah 42, being called into the light. Right. So Israel is going to be waking up out of their sleep and called into the light and being priests and ministers. Go ahead. Next tab.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 2, verse 1. The word that Isaiah, the son of Amos, saw concerning Judah and Jerusalem.
And concerning Jerusalem, you see, so this word that Amos is about to preach is concerning Jerusalem, guy.
And it shall come to pass in the last days that the mountain of the Lord's house shall be established in the top of the mountains, and shall be exalted above the hills, and all nations shall flow unto it.
So this is Jerusalem. This is the new Jerusalem, and all nations are going to flow unto it, right? They're going to read on.
And many people shall go and say, Come ye, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, to the house of the God of Jacob, and he will teach us his ways,
Right.
and we will walk in the paths.
And we shall walk in the paths. So read on, keep reading though.
For out of Zion shall go forth the law.
So the kings and priests, which are the Israelites, are going to minister to the nations, and they're going to show them the law. They're going to show them the way. But all these nations are going to have to come up to Jerusalem to learn it. And we're going to teach them. Read the next tab.
This is the book of Revelation, chapter 21, verse 24. And the nations of them which are saved shall walk in the light of it, and the kings of the earth do bring their glory and honor into it.
So now don't get confused when it says these and the nations of them which are saved. So don't right away think, oh, you see, the nations get salvation. No, this is not what that's talking about. I'm explaining. Read the next tab. This is what it is when it says for the nations that are saved. Read.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 16. And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, and to keep the feast of tabernacles.
So it says, and it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations. These are those are the ones that are saved. They're the ones who were able to survive the destruction, And we're gonna show you the destruction later on. But these are them who are saved out of that destruction, who survived, not saved by the Messiah or not having salvation in Messiah, but those who survived. Go ahead, read the next tab.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 10. And the sons of strangers shall build up thy walls, and their kings shall minister unto thee. For in my wrath I smote thee, but in my favor have I had mercy on thee.
Read on.
Therefore thy gates shall be open continually.
That's the New Jerusalem gates shall be open continually. Go ahead.
They shall not be shut day nor night, that men may bring in unto thee the forces of the Gentiles.
So they're gonna bring the forces of the Gentiles into the kingdom. Go ahead.
And that their kings may be brought.
Go ahead.
For the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish.
So those nations that the people that are saved or survived out of those nations, they're gonna have to come serve. Right? They're gonna come learn the laws, they're gonna learn the ways of the Most High, and they're gonna serve. Read on.
Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted.
And if you don't serve and you don't want to serve, you should be utterly wasted. Read the next tab.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 14, verse 12.
So now what we're gonna do here is we're gonna show you the destruction of those that are being saved, survived. Go ahead, read verse 12.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth.
Now go and skip down to verse, let me see. Read verse 14.
And Judah also shall fight at Jerusalem, and the wealth of all the heathen round about shall be gathered together, gold and silver and apparel in great abundance.
Read on.
And so shall be the plague of the horse, of the mule, of the camel, and of the ass, and of all the beasts that shall be in these tents.
Can you read verse 16?
I gotta go to the next verse.
Yeah, read verse 16 and 17. Go up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up, scroll up. Right there, next verse. Next verse. Scroll down, yeah, right there. Next verse, next verse, next verse. 16, gotta read it.
And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year.
So those are the ones that you see in Revelations 21, 24. I mean 21, 21, 24. That says the nations of them which are saved, right? That's these people right here. Read it again.
And it shall come to pass that every one that is left of all the nations which came against Jerusalem shall even go up from year to year.
Right. So these are the ones that are left, the survivors from the plague that in verse 12. These are the survivors. Read verse 17.
And it shall be that whoso will not come up of all the families of the earth unto Jerusalem to worship the King, the Lord of hosts, even upon them shall be no rain.
We read the same thing in Isaiah 60. Right? It says, for the nation and kingdom that will not serve thee shall perish. Yea, those nations shall be utterly wasted. This is the same thing. So the city on the hill is New Jerusalem, and everybody that survives the plagues that are going to hit, those people are automatically going to have to come to Jerusalem, learn the laws, learn the ways of the Most High, and serve. If not, these nations shall perish. Right? But this is going to happen. This is what has to happen. Go ahead and go to the next tab.
This is the book of Micah, chapter 4, verse 1. But in the last days it shall come to pass that the mountain of the house of the Lord shall be established in the top of the mountains, and it shall be exalted above the hills, and people shall flow unto it.
All the people are going to flow into it, right? All the nations, all the surviving nations are going to flow on into it. And notice how this is not saying that all the nations are going to be in the kingdom, because, and this shows you that salvation is not for everybody. Because if salvation was for everybody, then everybody would be in the kingdom. But it's saying that how the nations are going to flow unto the kingdom. They're going to go to the kingdom to learn. Go ahead, read on.
And many nations shall come and say, Come, and let us go up to the mountain of the Lord, and to the house of the God of Jacob. And he will teach us of his ways, and we will walk in his paths. For the law shall go forth of Zion, and the word of the Lord from Jerusalem.
Right. So they're gonna come learn the law. They're gonna come learn the law and the ways of the Most High. And this letting you know that this city on the hill is Jerusalem, is the New Jerusalem. When you read in Revelations, the city, the New Jerusalem coming down from heaven. This is it. This is what the city on the hill is. And every nation is gonna have to come to it and serve it and learn from it. They're gonna learn from the Israelites. We are gonna be the ministers, the priests. We're gonna show them the way, right? So if you're one that's keeping the commandments and keeping the faith of Christ, Most High willing, you'll be of the elect and you'll be willing to get in and you'll be the one that be teaching the nations, right? This ain't gonna be for everybody. This ain't gonna be. The scriptures don't say Billy from the kingdom, from the nation of Edom, will be teaching people. These are literally Israelites that are going to be teaching everybody. There's nowhere in these scriptures that it says anyone from another nation is going to be teaching. No, these are Israelites that are going to be teaching. Go ahead and read the next tab.
This is the book of Zechariah, chapter 8, verse 23. Thus saith the Lord of hosts, in those days it shall come to pass, that 10 men shall take hold out of all languages of the nations, even shall take hold of the skirt of him that is a Jew, saying, We will go with you, for we have heard that God is with you.
You see? So all the nations are gonna jump on everyone who's a Jew. And they're gonna be, they're gonna cleave unto the house of Israel. And that's how they're gonna get there, learn. That's how they're gonna come up to the mountains and learn and follow the ways of the Most High, learn the laws and everything. By cleaving unto an Israelite. So this is letting you know that if you wanna go to that city on the hill, you're gonna be going to Israelites, because that city on the hill is New Jerusalem, and you're gonna have to learn from an Israelite. Okay, read the next tab.
This is the book of Isaiah, chapter 60, verse 1. Arise, shine, for thy light is come, and the glory of the Lord is risen upon thee. For behold, the darkness shall cover the earth, and gross darkness the people. But the Lord shall arise upon thee, and his glory shall be seen upon thee, and the Gentiles shall come to thy light, and kings to the brightness of thy rising.
You see, it didn't say the Gentiles will have the light. It says the Gentiles need to come to the light. Even their kings have to come to the light, because they have to come and learn, and they have to follow the ways of the Most High, come learn the laws and the ways that the Most High demands everyone to be, which is following those commandments. So this is a quick lesson. We went over a lot of scriptures real quick. You're more than welcome to go back over it, read it, and take your time and dissect it. And again, I'm invite anyone that disagrees. Hey, let's have a conversation. But you have to answer these scriptures first. All right? So all praise to the Most High, Yahweh Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Kwam Yasharala, and happy Day of Atonement, y'all. Shalom.